Shalom, shalom. First, as always, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to say shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel, who we endure all things for. Shalom to all the Akim wa Akwathim who believe in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Unto the bitter end, I say yet again, shalom. So you see the title, spiritually, we are destroying this world. And what do I mean by that? The fact that us being the Hebrew Israelites and the prophets are the ones responsible for spiritually annihilating and spiritually removing the wickedness that's promoted in the society, and we're slowly but surely peeling away the layers of wickedness that's upon this current world. And it's not going to get any better as long as we go out in the highways and hedges and proclaim this word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It was in my spirit to want to talk about this because it's the truth. As long as the prophets are doing their job, we're doing our part. Adam Ratazak, I'd be one of the elect that's supposed to get sealed. And you brothers that do believe and have been laboring and do truly, sincerely want to work for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, things are going to work out in your favor. And things are always going to work out entirely for everybody. Because this current world is only going to wax worse and worse. Because the fact is that righteousness is reigning and it's going to eclipse everything out of the way via the word of the Lord. Let me get this. Real quick. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, Salakia, chapter 10 and verse 4. Let me start at verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. So of course we're in these bodies, we're in the chains of darkness, but we're not going to allow our bodies and the carnality of this current world and how it's uplifted to do anything to sway us into wanting to get physical with anybody, because that's not our battle. Our full soul battle is to simply spiritually destroy this current world order, and it's falling. It's not going to get any better. Spiritually, this entire world is falling very, very soon, and it's only gonna get worse over time. So it's imperative that we continue to walk in the spirit, so that we don't walk in the flesh. Because walking in the flesh is just gonna reap corruption. But if we sow to the spirit, we're gonna reap life everlasting. And the best way we do that is continue to believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, seek after righteousness, keep the laws, statutes, and commandments as best as we can in the land of our captivity. Verse 4, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Exactly, they're not carnal. We're not going to take up weapons against the very man who was blessed with the sword. The same man who has technology that we have not seen, technology that we know is out of this world, so to speak. Because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has given Esau Edom the weapons that we have not seen, such as laser guns, such as like really heavy artillery, like machine guns, hand grenades, flashbangs, all these various things. He won in that aspect, but spiritually, we're winning in the other side. Spiritually, we're bringing down everybody that's wicked. Spiritually, people already see that this current world is falling, and it's going to fall even harder. Even though it's February 18th and things seem to be all right, so to speak, in certain people's eyes, it's only going to get worse. And the water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that those that are righteous can see that happening. And this whole world ain't going to see the upliftment and the exaltation of wickedness, because it's going to be put to an end. But mighty through Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai to the pulling down strongholds. And what's the strongholds? You have the image of the beast, such as Caesar Borgia, Sharatus Christus. They completely X'd out Yahweh Shai and his true image, and his true message being to come for the elect of the nation of Israel, because we know that he didn't come from everybody. That's a heathenistic way of thinking, quote unquote understanding, their understanding, which is not any form of understanding, that they think that Yahweh Shai came to save them from whatever, which we know that whatever they got to say, any heathen pertaining to the scriptures, is incorrect. Now, of course, granted, we have our people who are across the four corners of the earth that look like the other nations. Jeremiah 12:9 says that. Some of our people are going to look like Moabites, Ammonites, Hamites, the Japhetic people. They're going to look like every other nation. So, of course, we got to keep that in mind. But let me read it again. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations, and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach. We're casting down all wicked imaginations. Everything that people deem as highly esteemed, as something that we should seek after, the knowledge of this world, which is corruption, which is evil, which is contrary to righteousness. We don't care about that. We know that this world and all of its wisdom is on the left-hand side. There's nothing good that comes out of this current world and what they got to say about anything. And our focus is continuing to spiritually sow to the spirit and to continue to bring down all the wicked exaltation of this current world. And it's literally going down very fast, and it's not gonna stop as long as the prophets are doing their job for the Lord, being the servants. Let me go down to verse 6. And having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. Let me get that in the NLT, because it packs a harder punch. Real quick. Second Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 6. And after you have become fully obedient, which is what we're doing, we're striving. Obedience is better than sacrifice. We will punish everyone who remains disobedient. And our people, they don't want to get this knowledge. And shalom to Brother Shamgar, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, Brakatah, brother. Shalom, man. You know what? Since I'm in the NLT, let's just read it up top. 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4. Verse 3. We are human, but we don't wage war as humans do. Exactly. People are going to be killing each other, murdering each other, doing harm unto each other. We're not like that. Now, of course, we might defend ourselves if it comes down to it. If someone gets physical, tries to hurt us, tries to do something crazy, we're going to defend ourselves. No doubt about it. But we don't go out of our way to try and fight people, because we're not going to win those fights, especially when it comes to wanting to fight against our enemy. The elites of Edom, you're not going to win. It's impossible. The only way that it is possible is by spiritually bringing them down, by spiritually reading the words of the Lord that are going to come to pass. They're true, they're faithful, and everything in between is going to come upon them. But right now, spiritually, we have to sow, and physically, in the near future, we're going to have our hands on them. Adon Ratazak. Us brothers who are laboring that are watching are going to be one of them. And those that might watch later, y'all too. We use God's mighty weapons, not worldly weapons. And our weapon is the word of the Lord, to knock down the strongholds of human reasoning and to destroy false arguments. We destroy every obstacle that keeps people from knowing Yahweh. We capture their rebellious thoughts and teach them to obey Hamashiach. And after you have become fully obedient, we will punish everyone who remains disobedient. And our people, they're clearly disobedient. Many Israelites are disobedient to the Lord. And they're not going to get any better. Just look at how our people treat each other. Look at the fact that they don't want to put down the nasty abominations of food, because they love it. They cherish these nasty foods. You tell them don't commit adultery. Keep the Shabbat. Keep the new moon. Have a beard on your face. Honor your father and your mother. All the law, statutes, and commandments is too much to handle for our people, because that requires change. And they don't want to change. And that's why the Lord is justified in killing a lot of Israelites. And it's going to happen. We're not gonna do anything about it personally, but spiritually, we're tearing y'all down. We're letting y'all know what's happening in the near future upon our own people. And let me get this, since I'm on it. Ezekiel chapter 2. And verse 1. Stand up, son of man, said the voice, I want to speak with you. The Spirit came into me as he spoke, and he set me on my feet. I listened carefully to his words. Son of man, he said, I am sending you to the nation of Israel, a rebellious nation that has rebelled against me. They and their ancestors have been rebelling against me to this very day. They are stubborn and hard-hearted people, but I am sending you to say to them, this is what the sovereign Lord Yahweh says. And whether they listen or refuse to listen, for remember, they are rebels. Remember that. At least they will know that they have had a prophet among them. They're going to learn soon enough that a prophet was among them. Let me see. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. Hey, the water, brother. Let me just break this down real quick. So our people already see the prophets out in the highways and hedges, in the chief places of concourse. And they're going to continue to remain rebellious because their sole focus is on carnality, on pleasing the flesh, not pleasing anything spiritually to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. They literally don't want anything to do with our God. And shalom to Ashra Call. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Brakatah, brother. Shalom, man. They want nothing to do with the Lord. So what's the point of trying your hardest to make them understand something that's not meant for them? Because they're in the flesh. They're reaping everything of the flesh. Let's actually get that since we're talking about it. Galatians chapter 6. And verse 7. Be not deceived. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. They're going to reap what they sow. They sow into the flesh. All right. That's okay. That might just be their lot. And actually, a lot of them, that's their lot. To reap to the flesh, to sow to the flesh. All right. Then catch a nuclear missile soon. Get ready for the race wars. Get ready for the civil war. Get ready for the onslaught of violence that's going to come upon this current world during Jacob's trouble. And Jacob's trouble is not too far. The Lord is going to do a lot of damage to you Israelites. So it's all good. We're not worried about whether y'all listen or not. Our main focus is the elect. And people be talking about when we go out there, make our bodies a living sacrifice. Yo, if you said this, people will listen. If you talk this way, people will listen. But we're not out there for everybody and their moms. We don't care. My sole focus is to the sheep, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And that pertains to those who are supposed to be saved since the foundation of this earth. Verse 8, for he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. And the Lord is going to give everlasting life to a select few people within the nation of Israel, within the circumcision. Because just because you're in the circumcision doesn't mean the Lord is just going to allow you to just prosper and you're not doing anything to further the ministry. No, the Lord is not gonna sup with somebody like that. But let me get this from the brother. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 9 through 10 and verse 11 as well. You know what? Let me get it on my screen real quick. Isaiah 30 and 9, that this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. They're not going to want to hear the Lord. They don't care about the Lord. That's why, again, we're going to spiritually break y'all down as much as we can, Salakia, and it's gonna decimate y'all in the near future. Because the Lord, he's the one that's going to physically destroy y'all. We're not going to do anything yet. He's going to give us the power. He's going to give us the authority. Adon Ratazak. Us brothers are the ones that receive that power. Someone has to get that power and cast judgment upon this earth. Someone has to feel the pain of the Lord. Someone has to be redeemed from the Lord. And that's not for everybody. That's only for a select few that are supposed to be predestined since the foundation of this earth. Verse 10, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy unto us right things. Salakia, prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceits. Yeah, say something smooth. Say something that's going to tickle your little ears. The nation of Israel is a really interesting group of people, man. We're the only group of people that when we hear something nice, we want to cling onto it. Even though we might know it's bullshit, but that's the nation of Israel. We want to feel good. We always want the lying message. Even though people talk about, oh, I want the real. Oh, tell me the truth. Oh, okay. You sure you want the truth? We'll see if you can handle it, but we know they're not going to handle it. Verse 11, get you out of the way and turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Exactly. Keep Yahweh away from us so that we can continue in our wickedness, so we don't have to change, so we don't have to continue to think that righteousness is going to reign. Nah, it's going to. Wickedness has its end, and we're spiritually destroying this current world, and it's not going to get any better. And we're very happy to say that. I can confidently say the Lord is ready to decimate all you evil, wicked ass people out here. And he's using his vessels, and we're proudly proclaiming the destruction of this current world. And we're going to be rejoicing when it finally ends, man. When we finally see carnage happen upon this evil, wicked world, especially in Babylon the Great. This great whore that is destined to be destroyed, and it's going to receive a very fiery, violent, vengeful ending, which is the nuclear missiles. And we cannot wait for that at all. But we just got to sow to the spirit. Let me get this over here in the book of John, chapter 16 and verse 13. Howbeit, when he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you into all truth, knowing who we are, knowing who our God is, knowing everything about true righteousness, everything pertaining to it, and removing ourselves from wickedness. Because when we were out in the world, we were definitely wicked vessels. We were sinning against our God. We were not keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of our God. And guess what? We literally became just prey to everybody. We were part of this world. But now the fact is we are back into righteousness, doing our very best to keep righteousness within our vessels. And now it's a problem for everybody else when we finally be that beacon of light of righteousness. That's a problem for this world. And we don't give any rats whether y'all like it or not. We're just going to do what the Heavenly Father said to do, which is to prophesy, uplift the nation of Israel, the elect, and everybody else. Y'all going to fall. Y'all going to lose horribly. And we don't care. We want vengeance to happen upon this earth. Let me start again. Verse 13. Howbeit, when he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you into all truth. For he shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever he shall hear, that shall he speak, and he will show you things to come. He shall glorify me, for he shall receive of mine, and shall show it unto you. And the Spirit of truth has literally spread out throughout the four corners of the earth. You have prophets in Europe, prophets in the Caribbean islands, Central America, South America. Prophets are everywhere. So now there's no more excuse as to why you can't be saved from what's to come and during Jacob's trouble. That's it. There's going to come a time when that is going to come to an abrupt end, and then the angels holding the four winds, like it talks about Revelation. You know what? Since I'm on it, Let's go get it. The ones holding the four winds, they're gonna cast out judgment like no other, and no one's gonna stop. Just like a woman when she's giving birth to her child, to her baby, that baby's coming right out. You can't stop that. No, that child's going all the way. Revelation chapter 7 and verse 1. And after these things, I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, Yahweh, and he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. And once all of that, all the sealing has been done, man, it's gonna be lights out. It's gonna be all gas, no brakes. Everybody is gonna feel the wrath, the pain, the indignation of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Y'all gotta understand that everybody on this earth has heard of Judgment Day. That there's gonna be a terrible day of just pure, violent vengeance upon this earth. And that's what's gonna come. And we have the true understanding as to how we can be saved from what's to come, which is to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, and have the faith in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. And there is a strong likely chance, if you're sincere about it too, that you can be saved. You and those that pertain unto you, that you want to be saved, they can get saved. It's that simple. But our people, they don't want to sow to righteousness. They don't want to reap life everlasting. A lot of them don't want to do that. So it's okay. It's better for those who are working, that are laboring, that a lot of them are not going to get it. All good. So right there, I'm going to close out and say, Kol Halayim, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. And say, Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Mawasla Babal, which is death to Babylon the Great. And every wicked person who doesn't believe in our God, may Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai cast all of you down and this wicked society even further.